We're excited to have one of the most exciting athletes in one championship joining us now. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the ghost, Chen Rui. He will be in action against Song Min
Ooh.
Jong in a bantamweight contest. It's great to see you, sir. How have you been since your massive victory back in February?
Very good, thank you. Since last fight, I stay in Singapore for 2 months already. So I train, I prepare in Singapore for this fight.
Oh, that's amazing news to hear. So you have been in Singapore all this time waiting for your next fight. What was the decision behind that? Why did you stay in Singapore? Did you know you were going to be fighting?
No, actually, it's like a kind of like accident. The flight, Singapore to China, they cancel a lot. So my flight is to pull off again and again. And then I did. One championship told me that if you stay for that long time, it's gonna be a waste of time. So they offer me another fight, and I take it.
All right. Where did you train all this time? Yeah, what gym or did you have any training partners here? Were your coaches here as well?
No, I only brought my one teammate, one actually a kid, 17-year-old kid with me because the first fight is Spring Festival in China, so I cannot find so many guys to come with me. So I bought a kid and then I train here. It's a local gym, but the owner is Chinese friend. Called the gym is Equilibrium MMA, but it's good. We have BJJ black belt coach, Muay Thai coach. So I think I train there. That will be fine.
Okay, so you did have that February fight against Mark Abelardo at One Bad Blood. That was a very impressive performance from you. How did you feel after that victory? What kind of lessons did you learn from your performance?
Actually, that fight for me, I give myself like 7 points if the full point is 10. Uh, I did something good. I managed the distance and then I every time Mark took me down and then I stand up. I think that's the thing I did good, but I kind of afraid of his takedown, so I didn't throw so many power punch. The fight goes to 3 rounds. In my first auction, I was going to try to knock him out. This time I gonna be different. I'm not gonna be so afraid of my opponent's takedown or BJJ or something. I just gonna do myself.
Yes, talk about that because Song Min Jong is also a very well-rounded fighter, but also he's very good with his takedowns and his submissions.
Mm-hmm.
And you are known for putting on exciting fights. You really go pedal to the metal there. What can fans expect from you when you face Song Min Jong in the circle?
Okay, I think I I kind of like build up my confidence now. Uh, uh, my fans, I think you can expect either a first round knockout or 3 rounds stand out.
All right, that's a very bold prediction. Does that mean that you think your striking skills are superior to Song Min Jong's striking skills?
Yeah, for sure. I have that confidence, in bantamweight striking. I give myself like maybe striking. I'm the top five. I'm not saying I'm the best, but I think I'm among the top five. That's why opponent so far, the guy I fought so far, they always try to take me down. They don't have the confidence to toe, only strike with me.
Yes, and bantamweight is a very deep division. It's one of the deepest weight classes, arguably in one championship. Mark Abelardo is a very, good fighter. You were able to defeat him. Do you think a victory over Song Min Jong would be enough to land you in the top five, or do you think you need a few more victories to earn that distinction?
Last time when I fought after Mark, I called out Kevin Belagon, the former champ, and this time after Song Min Jong, I hope I won. I hope I win. Of course, I wanna fight Kevin. This time I'm gonna call out him again because he's number five now. He's on the rank and he's top five. And if I want to be at the list, I think I should beat him. And the rest of the guys, I think they already have plans. So I think Kevin is the best for me or for him. We're gonna, strike through 3 rounds, I think.
All right, talk about striking. Definitely. Yeah, you did mention that you're one of the top five in the striking. Do you take pride in being, somebody who's not afraid to stand and trade strikes at the middle of the circle? Or do you consider yourself more of a mixed martial artist where you're good wherever the fight goes?
I think the only guys who wants to trade punches with me is gonna be the champ, Hand of Stone. He's also crazy with hands, so I don't know. He's the champ. I still have to win some fights and then to get there. And the rest of the guys, I think they're not gonna just stand there and fight. They gonna do something, take down, kick or something like this. But anyway, I I'm good at punches, but I'm not just only punch. I can kick. If you watch my train, I can also wrestle. I can also grappling, but just the thing I don't like to do. Depends on how the situation goes. If we go there, you will see.
All right, there's certainly a lot of great matchups for you in the division. However, the man in front of you right now will be Song Min Jong.
Yeah.
Tell us about your opponent. Have you studied him? What do you think of him as a fighter?
I check his profile. He he's older than me, and he trained and fought long time. Mm, I find out he won Row FC champion long time before. But after that, I don't know why he stopped the career and then he come back now in one. Anyway, he's good before, but the way I see his last 2 fights, he's not so good. He just have some bases and then uh, continue his fight. For me to beat him, I think I just need to do myself. I don't have so many strategy I need to plan or something. I just need to put my hands on him. I think he's gonna feel bad, and then the fight goes, the fight ends. I will be the winner.
All right. That being said, why do you think you are the better fighter, and what do you think he's good at? Are you worried about anything in his skill set?
Just one thing, and he like to close the distance to grapple to try to take opponents down. But like I said, I can also grapple. I can also wrestle. That's not a big deal. Before I'm lack of confidence to take down with my opponent. But this time I already trained and I already got some experience, so I'm not afraid of. If we want a close distance, that's cool. I just try to keep my feet up and then I control my distance and then I strike him.
Okay, regardless of where you're at in the division or where he's at in the division, this is still a very big fight at the highest level. And you did mention that you only have one training partner with you right now, which is a 17-year-old. That's obviously very different from your usual training situation. Are you confident in this camp? Are you confident in your preparations?
Ooh, that I've been through a lot actually. Uh, I didn't tell nobody, just the guy around me who knows. But now I can say, I kind of like, I injured twice before this fight. 1 week before and 10 days before. Now I'm not saying this to make any attention or something. Just I want to express myself. This is a hard training camp because Singapore, new gym, new coach, everything new. I have to join them, from I don't know. It's like a stranger, so it's kind of hard. It's very hard. But you know, I I go through. You know, I was the the injured like last week. I almost like I pick up my phone. I think maybe I'm going to call one and say I'm gonna pull off a fight, but for me, I never pull off any of my fight. I don't wanna do this because every fight on the schedule it's like a fight. I'm going there even I'm hurt or not. I'm going. Anyway, just like this training camp is not easy, but I prepare myself mentally, physically. I'm going to put on a show.
You are a true warrior, sir. Um, that being said, training at Equilibrium MMA, like you said, a new gym for you, a new coach. What is the biggest lesson that you learned from training at Equilibrium MMA, and what kind of skills have you added to your repertoire?
Yeah, of course. The BJJ coach there, he's very good. BJJ black belt, some I don't know, my ADCC champ. I think his technique is very good. Maybe the top two. I had a coach before, also very good. So I think he's top two best skill BJJ coach I've ever met. He so I train with him. My 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 thing is to build up my confidence on the ground. I'm not so afraid again. If the guy he takes me down, and then I'm just like a kind of very busy and I don't know how to do, and then get desperate. That's why I lost my last fight against Jeremy and Kwang Wang out. But now I think I'm different. If I on the floor, I know how to stand up. I find my way, to control. That's how I improve in BJJ. Uh, I think
All
I
right,
think that
interesting. Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the BJJ is always be my pain or my pain, but now I think it's okay. I'll be in love with BJJ again.
All right, very interesting. I think we will definitely love to see your improvements on the ground in the grappling department. But let's go ahead and move on to predicting this fight. So, how do you think this fight will end? Yeah, how do you think this fight is going to play out? Can you share a prediction with us?
The fight, we can have prediction, number one and number two and number three. But how it goes is sometimes you cannot predict. But I can give two options now. First one, like I said before, if everything goes well, my striking, my punch, shocking, I think I will finish him at first round. But if he's very good defense, he's very good with his grappling. He closed the distance to grapple with me, so it's gonna be a little bit tired. Every time you BJJ, you wrestling, you grappling, all your body is very tired. When you tire, the power shot it's not that easy to throw. That's gonna be maybe to the second or to the third round, 3 round fights. But I promise, if it's gonna be a 3 round fight, it's not gonna be a boring 3 round fight. I'm gonna still keep going and throw my punch.
All right, Chen Rui, folks. He'll be taking on Song Min Jong, and this Friday night at 1:56.